Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chicago PD had the franchise's most tragic death of 2024, and here's why. 1. Chicago has dished out plenty of shocking deaths over the years. Fans are still talking about the harrowing and unpredictable ways in which beloved characters like Otis, Yuri Sardarov, and Al Alinsky, Elias Koteas, perished. The death toll rose in 2024. While there have been some stellar episodes littered through all 1 Chicago shows in the calendar year, and some notable cast exits, there's one character death that stands apart from the rest. It happened during the first episode of Chicago PD's Season 12. Haley Upton, Tracy Spiridakos, had just left the show in the episode prior, so the IU was in need of a new member. It seemed as though they had found one in form of Emily Martell, Victoria Cartagena. The character had the moxie and the good attitude needed to be an effective member of the IU. It seemed as though she would fit naturally into the role left behind by Upton. Unfortunately, Martell couldn't make it a full episode. Adam Ruzek, Patrick John Pfluger, was driving them back to the station when they heard gunshots ring out nearby. They detoured and arrived on the scene in the hopes of defusing it. Ruzek and Martell got out into the field, but when the former tried to check in on the latter, he got no response. He then looked back and saw Martell shot and dead on the asphalt. It was an absolutely shocking moment, and one that occurred so quickly that fans could scarcely believe it. Chicago PD's writing team knew that fans would be leery of whoever comes in to take Upton's place. The fact that they gave us one, and then quickly snatched it away, goes to show how interesting and unpredictable things can get. Patrick John Pfluger told Parade that losing Martell will be a big loss for his character for the foreseeable future. Chicago PD obviously found an equally stellar replacement for Upton in the form of Kiana Cook, Toya Turner, and she has lasted a lot longer than Martell. We can only hope that she sticks around and continues to bring a fresh and distinct energy to the IU team. The year 2024 will forever be etched in the hearts of 1 Chicago fans as the year that delivered one of the franchise's most heart-wrenching moments. As Chicago PD marched through its gripping season, a beloved character's death left fans reeling, proving once again that the show isn't afraid to delve into raw, unfiltered storytelling. While Chicago Fire has given us devastating losses like Otis, and Chicago Med has faced its share of heartaches, Chicago PD managed to craft a moment so poignant, so unexpected, that it became the franchise's most tragic death of the year, and perhaps ever, setting the stage. A shocking turn of events. The tragedy unfolded in an episode aptly titled Fallen Angel. The intelligence unit was in the thick of a months-long investigation into a powerful drug cartel terrorizing Chicago's streets. With Sergeant Hank Voigt leading the charge, the stakes were higher than ever. The cartel, known for its brutal retaliation against law enforcement, had already claimed the lives of several officers, creating an atmosphere of palpable dread. At the heart of this investigation was Detective Kim Burgess, who had been working undercover as a teacher in a South Side neighborhood where the cartel was grooming young recruits. Burgess, a fan favorite known for her resilience and compassion, had grown particularly close to one of her students, a troubled teen named Matteo. Her bond with him became a focal point of the season, highlighting her unwavering determination to save lives both on and off the streets. But this deep connection was also her Achilles heel. When the cartel discovered her true identity, they used Matteo as bait, setting the stage for a gut-wrenching showdown. The death. A hero's sacrifice. The climax of Fallen Angel took place in an abandoned warehouse where Burgess, alongside her partner Adam Ruzek, tracked Matteo's captors. The scene was a masterclass in tension, with every creak of the floorboards and flicker of the dim lighting adding to the suspense. Burgess's unwavering focus on rescuing Matteo showcased her bravery, but it also foreshadowed the devastating cost. When the moment of confrontation arrived, Burgess found herself cornered. The cartel leader, a menacing figure named Diego Vargas, held Matteo at gunpoint. Burgess pleaded with Vargas to spare the boy, offering herself in his place. Her voice cracked with emotion as she promised to do whatever it took to end the cycle of violence. Vargas, however, had no intention of letting anyone leave alive. In a heart-stopping moment, Burgess made a split-second decision to shield Mateo with her body as Vargas opened fire. Ruzek, arriving just seconds too late, took down Vargas, but the damage was done. Burgess lay on the ground, bleeding and gasping for air. Mateo sobbed beside her, cradling her head as she whispered her final words, "Be better than them." Live. The screen faded to black, and for the first time in the show's history, the credits rolled in silence, a haunting tribute to a character who had given everything to protect the innocent. Why it was the most tragic death. While One Chicago has seen its fair share of emotional goodbyes, Burgess's death stands out for several reasons. First, it was the culmination of years of character development. From her early days as a patrol officer to her evolution into a fierce detective, Burgess embodied the heart and soul of Chicago PD. Her death wasn't just a loss to the intelligence unit, it was a loss to the community she served so passionately. Second, the circumstances of her death were uniquely devastating. Unlike other deaths in the franchise, which often stemmed from accidents or unavoidable dangers, Burgess's demise was a direct result of her empathy and selflessness. She didn't die because she made a mistake or took an unnecessary risk. She died because she couldn't turn her back on someone in need. This level of sacrifice made her loss all the more heartbreaking. Finally, the ripple effects of Burgess's death added layers to the tragedy. Ruzek, who had been planning to propose to her, was left grappling with immense guilt and grief. His breakdown in the following episode, where he visited her grave and poured out his regrets, was one of the most gut-wrenching performances in the franchise's history. Voight, known for his stoic demeanor, showed a rare moment of vulnerability as he admitted to feeling responsible for sending her undercover. Even Mateo, the boy she died protecting, struggled with survivor's guilt, sparking a season-long arc about redemption and healing. The fans' reaction. The aftermath of Burgess's death extended far beyond the show itself. Fans took to social media in droves, expressing their shock and heartbreak. Hashtags like #JusticeForKim and #Falanamble trended for days as viewers shared their favorite moments from her time on the series. Some praised the writers for their bold storytelling, while others criticized the decision to kill off such a beloved character. One fan tweeted, "Kim Burgess didn't just protect Chicago, she protected our hearts. Her death is a wound that will never fully heal." Another wrote, "Losing Otis was hard. Losing Burgess feels impossible. Thank you, Marina Squarciati, for bringing her to life with such grace and strength." The episode also sparked important conversations about the emotional toll of undercover work and the sacrifices law enforcement officers make. Burgess's death became a poignant reminder of the real-life risks faced by those who dedicate their lives to protecting others. A legacy that lives on. In the wake of her death, Chicago PD dedicated multiple episodes to honoring Burgess's legacy. The intelligence unit rallied together to dismantle the cartel once and for all, with Voight delivering a chilling monologue about the cost of justice. Mateo, inspired by Burgess's final words, turned his life around and later testified against the cartel in court. The show also introduced a scholarship fund in Burgess's name, mirroring real-life initiatives to support education and community outreach in high-risk areas. This narrative choice ensured that her impact would resonate beyond her time on the series. Conclusion. The death that redefined a franchise, Burgess's death in 2024 was more than just a plot twist. It was a seismic event that reshaped Chicago PD and the entire One Chicago universe. It reminded viewers that even in a world filled with heroism, the cost of bravery can be unbearably high. Her loss left a void that could never truly be filled, but it also reinforced the show's central theme, that the fight for justice, though fraught with pain and sacrifice, is always worth it. As fans continue to mourn Kim Burgess, her story stands as a testament to the power of selflessness and the enduring strength of the human spirit. And in the annals of One Chicago history, her name will forever be remembered as the fallen angel who gave everything for the city she loved.